Hey everybody, it's Gene over here at CommunityFi, and today we're talking about motion sensors. And this is one that we've used for quite a while, and it's quite handy, and we like the form factor. This is made by Merryiot, also known as Browan, and this is the TBMS100. So it's a previous generation motion detector. The new motion detector that they've released is really, really incredible, and we love it a lot. We still have a lot of these out here for your general purpose motion detectors. It's a really, really great device. And what we like is the fact that it has a replaceable battery. You can actually open the device here with this tab and just replace the battery. It isn't a standard battery that you normally would use, but it's still replaceable nonetheless, which means that this device you can keep for years and years and years. And what we typically see for the battery life is we expect 1 to 3 years of battery life, depending on a number of factors, how often it's sensing motion, how often it has to send what we call an uplink, which is message to the server to let us know that there has been motion. So those things do affect how long the battery life on this device lasts. But we think it has a really, really great battery life, and it's really, really effective. So how does it work? It's really, really simple. Whenever it detects motion in front of the motion sensor here, you'll actually see a little blue light go on here, and it'll transmit that information back to wherever it needs to go. For us, it's the CommunityFi dashboard, where a user can see, oh, it detected motion. Right, and they also receive an alert via email or text message that there's been motion there. You can also do things like time-based scheduling. That's not built into the device. It's really built into the provider you have. We have that here at CommunityFi, where we know that during the hours of 9 to 5 on Monday through Friday, we don't have to worry about motion. Someone's going to be there. We only care about nighttime. And so we can program to make sure that you're not receiving alerts during the day and things like that. So there are a lot of advanced features that you can use. The price point is great on these devices. They are fairly inexpensive. They're in that, again, $20 to $40 range. We're talking about not very expensive. And since there's no moving parts, we expect the life of this to be pretty good. So who do we have using it in some of the use cases? You may be surprised. Because of the nice small form factor, we actually have exterminators looking at these, adding these to some of their traps. There are some really amazing smart traps out there. I'll give you an example. Victor makes some really, really great ones. For those of you who have already legacy traps and mouse traps and things like that, this is a great way to know if there's a rat or if there's a possible infestation by using something that has a small form factor like this. So there's a lot of things to love, especially with this price point. The other thing we love about it is we found that there's actually a lot of 3D models for it. We found this little 3D model for this device, which is actually a little mount. It just slides in here, and I was able to 3D print this in CommunityFi Orange, right? And so there's a lot of little accessories for this, which makes it really, really handy, and you can kind of build a custom solution for your customer or whomever it is, or yourself, right? So really inexpensive to use. We love it, and we think that the price point is perfect for so many different use cases. Beyond rodent, it could be RVs. You have an RV, or you have a part of a building. Let's say you have an apartment, and there's an owner's closet. You own the apartment, and there's an owner's closet you don't want people to go into. You can put this in there to see if people are intruding, people are going in there, and it's a really inexpensive, low-maintenance way to do that. Some people use cameras for that. I would say the downside to that is oftentimes those cameras run on Wi-Fi. So if the power in the building goes out, so does the camera. This runs off of Helium, a public network. So if that power or internet goes out, this is not affected by that, right? So and also, secondly, that camera, you need to either plug it in or replace those batteries constantly, right? I have Arlo cameras, and they have to replace the battery every couple of months. Our battery life on these are 3 to 5 years without having to recharge it, which means that you don't have to maintain it quite often, right? You can literally just go once a year, replace the batteries, and you're good to go. So it's a great device for all sorts of use cases, even vacant buildings, because, again, public LoRaWAN network with Helium means that you don't have to have internet or power there, right? So as long as you're within range of a Helium hotspot. So great device, and we hope that everybody adopts these. And we'll have a little review about the new Browan devices coming up shortly. So until then, happy sensing.